Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I have a quick word I want to share. It's been a while since I've been on here. For those that have been following the ministry, y'all know that I just don't like to just get on here just to get on here. That's not my style. I like to get on here when it's sure enough a word in my spirit, and I have a word. Um, this is for the proud people. Your time of being proud and acting like you're all of that and better than people and like you're untouchable, your time is up. It's up. You're about to be last. You're about to be last. And those people that have been through the fire, they have been through the wilderness, they have been through the pain, they have been through the tears, they have been through the suffering, you're about to be first. Finally. For the people that are proud, it's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good what God is going to do. It's not going to feel good. It's going to be a spiritual whipping. I had one. It hurts. I'm just preparing you like before this actually happens, like before this spiritual whipping actually takes place. It's going to hurt, but it's for your good. I remember when I was younger and I was getting whippings and stuff like that, and chastised. It hurted. It hurted, but it was for my good. The Bible even says, "You spare the rod, you spoil the child." Y'all have been spoiled enough. You have been tooting your nose and just walking around like, your stuff don't smell long enough. And God says it does smell. It stinks in his nose. And if y'all didn't hear what I said um in my other videos, I had mentioned when God said that when people walk around with the mask on their face, everybody walking around with a mask, that's symbolic of the world is just so stink. It's so stink. So you got to have a mask on because it smells just that bad. God says he resists the proud and he gives grace to the humble. See, and it's like proud people are acting proud and God haven't even blessed your life like that. And with the little that you got, you tooting your nose up and making people that are coming to Christ, church people, you're making people that are on the streets and like I want to come get the word of God feel like crap coming inside the church because you got on your little Ross dress. Or man, you got on your little suit from Ross or TJ Maxx or whatever like that. So you feeling like you the man. So you looking down on the man who coming in there with holes in his shoes. And women, you got your Ross heels on, looking down on people who coming in there with flip flops because that's all they got. How do I know they looking down? Because y'all didn't look down on me. I didn't got looked down for. I didn't went inside a church and I'm coming to the front of the pews and they tell me, oh, they stopped me dead in my tracks. Girl, where you think you going with that scarf on? And that house dress and them flip flops. You don't get your butt to the back. Y'all, the church wasn't even packed like that. This was a mega church. But I don't want to name drop on the mega church because I don't have to name drop to make my name great, how some people be doing or whatever like that. In due time, the church is going to be revealed. But this was a mega church. And this happened years ago, y'all, but it stuck with me. That people really do look at how you are inside the church. How God said, come as you are. And when people come as you are, they treat you as you are. And then they just shun you away. And then that person goes back to, feeling depressed, back to feeling hopeless because they came to the house of God for hope and it was not given to them. Woe to you. God says, I break you down to build you up. So, proud people, you are going to be broken down. God will break your knees to bend them. He will. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how you think you're so all of that to where you can't go in the trenches. I'm in California now. My family and I, we've been to Skid Row. We've seen people having tents for their houses and stuff. You don't know, they could be about to pull a trigger because they feeling hopeless. The church have to arise and preach hope to the people. Those are your brothers and sisters down there. They're on drugs so heavy and they're drinking so heavy because they feel like they don't have no other choice. They're trying to escape this life. They don't want to face this. They're on the sidewalks just sleeping. But really, they're probably not sleeping. They probably doing how I was doing a few years back. I was like, y'all, I was such in a depression. I was sleeping for like 19 hours. But I wasn't sleeping. I was dreaming. I was dreaming of a better life. I didn't want to open my eyes because I didn't like what I seen when I opened them. I used to sleep with dark covers. When the Bratz was out, the little cartoon doll Bratz, my daughter had a Bratz cover. I would put that over the window to make it darker and darker in there. And I would just dream. I would just dream of better. Dream of living in a mansion. Dream of my children, me surprising them with everything that I always wanted to give them. Just me being a better mother. Just me just being a better person. I used to dream of that. And I was slowly but surely sleeping, falling into depression, falling into losing it until God sent my husband and I love him so much. He sent my husband Jeff to I met him and God just used him to just help bring me up out the mud. God needs his people to rise up like never before, especially those that have overcame things, and tell other people who needs to overcome that you can because you overcame. You are an overcomer. But in order to be an overcomer, you have to overcome something. And what we have overcame, yes, it may be embarrassing, but we still have to tell our testimony because somebody needs to hear that. But it seems like that being that you've overcame, it's like people are acting like they never been there. They never had to wear flip-flops to church. They never had to wear house dresses to church, or they always had tailored suits and all of that. And that ain't even a tailored suit, man. It's like the people that does have St. John's and Armani and Versace stuff, the people that do own their homes, they have deeds, they have titles to their cars, they're set up. They not with all of that credit card stuff. They paying for it cash and that's what it is. They don't like debt. It seems like those people are more humble than the people that are in debt. And if you have been through something and then you acting like, because you done came out of that situation, you never been through what you been through, oh, you in trouble because guess what? You got to retake that test again. You got to go through it again because you forgot. You are supposed to remember and take that and pass that on to your brothers and sisters and tell them I've been through the same thing. But pridefulness will have us acting like we never even been through it. And then that's why I'm on here saying that big mistake. You better humble yourself real quick. If daddy ain't came around that corner with that belt, you better humble yourself really quick because I'm telling you, that's what's in the land right now. That is what's in the land. Like, I'm telling y'all, I told my family, they can attest. I said it's something with them Oscars. I don't know what it is. It's something that's gonna happen with the Oscars. It was like around my birthday weekend, so I'm like, well, God want me to go to the Oscars. Like, I didn't know what it was, y'all, because God, He gives us bits and pieces. He don't tell you everything. But all I knew is that it was something with the Oscars. It was just crazy. It was so heavy in my spirit. And sure enough, what happened is like it's gonna change the shift of Hollywood. I'm telling you, that's like the beginning of humbleness, because that was a very humiliating thing for Chris Rock. That was very humiliating. But it's a shift that's in the land. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's time. Let's do a self examination. Examine yourself. If you are proud, admit that, own that, and change that. Because if you're not owning what you are, then it's not going to be pretty for you. And the clock is definitely ticking. If he have not got to you, if he has not came around your corner, if God did not come yet, he's coming. He's coming. So I said what God wanted me to say. Until next time, be blessed.